Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be taking a look at the 7 things you should know about Mass Effect 2. Number 1. The plot. Mass Effect 2 is the darker mid-portion of an ongoing trilogy. It picks up shortly after the events of the original game in the year 2183. This time, Commander Shepard has been revived and upgraded following a deadly attack on his ship, so he can help recruit a fighting force to take on a new threat to the galaxy, an alien race called the Collectors, which have begun abducting entire human colonies.
They don't expect us to survive, but that never stopped me before.
Number 2. Gameplay. Mass Effect 2 features several improvements to the gameplay mechanics of the previous entry. This time there is a regenerating health bar, which eliminates the need to tediously collect metagel. In addition, there are many new biotic tech and combat abilities, which will strongly appeal to the RPG fans. These include the ability to create shockwaves and attack your enemy with an adrenaline rush. Number 3. Weapons and armor. There are now 19 distinct weapon types, a steep increase from the previous 4. These include a larger variety of weapon classes, such as submachine guns, shotguns, and heavy weapons. Plus, players will now strategically have to collect and use universally interchangeable thermal clips to keep their weapons cool and functioning properly.
We're low on thermal clips, but I'm a biotic. Just give the order when you want me to hit them with the good stuff.
Number 4. Characters and dialogue interrupts. Your success in Mass Effect 2 greatly depends on your ability to gain the loyalty of those that you recruit on your travels, an element that you can monitor by means of a point system.
Ever read Machiavelli? He believed it's better to be feared than loved.
At the start of the game, you will interact with several companions before meeting new allies and reuniting with old friends from the previous game. This time, you will be able to take a more active part in the path that conversations take with a new feature called Dialogue Interrupts. This means if an interrogation is not going your way, you can use physical force.
I've got nothing more to say to you.
Number 5. Vehicles. Due to the heavy criticism over the M35 Mako's weak gameplay sections in the first game, a new vehicle will be introduced to provide a much easier off-road handling experience. Driving levels have also been tweaked to be much more versatile this time around, rather than simply acting as filler to the overall story. Number 6. Graphics and loading times. Along with providing gamers with a larger and more detailed galaxy to explore, the in-game cinematics and character animations have been vastly improved. As such, the old static conversation camera is gone, and you are free to move around and examine the scene. Additionally, each character will now feature over 200 separate animations, rather than the previous 20. This will provide a much more fluid and engaging experience, especially when coupled with the fact that loading screens will be dramatically shorter this time around, without taking the form of never-ending elevator rides. Number 7. Save files and character death. As a major innovation in gaming, Mass Effect 2 allows you to import your custom character and saves from the previous game entry. As such, all of your earlier decisions will be carried over to provide a continuous chain of events. This will greatly affect the current storyline in terms of impacting your friendships and the narrative structure. However, your previous stats and abilities will not be carried forward. Despite this option, the game will be fully accessible to gamers that are new to the franchise.
Tell me, how good are those odds?
And finally, in an interesting and equally innovative move, it will now be possible for your character and his team to die at the conclusion of the game. This will not prevent you from winning, but this possible outcome will prevent you from playing your existing character and companions in the future third entry in the series.